Hi everyone, my name is Kajal Patel and today is my assignment about curriculum design for 3 to 5 years olds and the unit is ECEC 100 and my ID is 1085811. So firstly I give introduction. Uh, the age group of a children 3 to 5 year old is at very critical point of development. They are inherently inclusive, social, and interested in discovering the world around them. My curriculum is aimed at developing a supportive and interesting program that will allow them to develop in all aspect of development: physical, cognitive, social, and um, physical, cognitive, social, and emotional. The principle of belonging, being, and becoming of a early year learning framework from the basis of this curriculum. Its purpose is to give children meaningful and play-based experiences where they feel valued, safe, and attached to the world they live in. Now we discuss about theoretical foundation. There are a number of theories in which curriculum is developed based on early childhood education. The cognitive development theory by Jean Piaget emphasized that children learn better with a practical exploration, such as I have incorporated as much as possible in active learning. The sociocultural theory of Lev Vygotsky demonstrate that learning is occurs in the course of a social interaction. This is why the activities and the communication in a group are the key aspect of the program. The theory of a multiple intelligence by Howard Gardner has reminded me that children do not all learn in a similar ways, and some learn art, some move or listen to music, and therefore I have scheduled various experiences so that a different learner can be accommodated. In our next slides, we discuss about weekly program review. The present weekly plan is based on the theme exploring our world through play. Every day is devoted and to another field of study. Monday, children study the nature and science by collecting leaves and insects. On Tuesday, the day is a literacy day where they have fun storytelling sessions such as the Very Hungry Caterpillar. Wednesday is a dedicated the numeracy day where they counting and also sorting things is usually present in nature. Thursday promote recycled material painting, and Friday promotes the cultural awareness of the music using various cultural songs. This is a weekly program offer diversity and facility every 5 EYLF learning outcomes. In the next slides, we discuss about, sorry. Learning environment design. The learning environment design is structured in a way why that is friendly, open, and involving. Uh, the inside is a demarcated with a reading, art, construction, and a dramatic play areas. Outside there is a sandy water areas, climbing frame, and sensory garden that children can play. Every space is developed as a facility, various form of learning to ensure that children move freely across the spaces. The design promotes imagination, socialization, and discovery, can make the children feel component and confident in their play. In the next slides, we discuss about visual layout of the environment. This plan depicts the manner in which the learning areas are well organized to be safe, visible, and easily movable. The location of the educator permit one to see all part, of, such as reading corner, art zone, open play spaces, and outdoor area. Also, the arrows within the design show the normal flow of the movement of children as they roam. The arrangement and facilities are a more effective supervision and assist children to develop a smooth transition between one activities to another and stay within a safe and a stimulating atmosphere. Now we discuss about the supervision plan. In early childhood setting, supervision is needed to guarantee safety and well-being in of the children, such as group. It is one educator to every 11 children with at least two staff at any given time. My style of supervision is active. That is, I move around the room, look around, and be conscious of the activity of children. More vigilant attention is a paid to such a high risk zones such as outdoor water play area and climbing frame. My needs are also based on the needs of the children who may need extra support to ensure that no one is left out. Now we discuss about teaching strategy. My intentional teaching include a proportional and a game-based learning. I apply open-ended question to make children think and consider new concept. Play-based learning enable children to experiment and solve problem and being creative in their own way. I also promote cooperative learning in which children are made to work in groups, communicate and exchange idea. I have also incorporated culture inclusion in my teaching method, which entail assimilating stories, songs, and festival of other culture, so that every child feel represented and appreciated. Also, in the next slides, we discuss about assessment strategy. Every childhood assessment is concerned with the knowledge of the development and a learning pattern of the children. I make observation using observation that I make daily about what children do and how they interact. I develop learning narratives that are used to document their accomplishment and connect them to EYLF results. Any child has his and or her portfolio containing artwork, reflection, and comments of his and her educator. I also engage families by presenting such a portfolio and getting their opinion. So we also discuss about EYLF learning outcome in a action. So outcome one is a identity like a role play and a culture storytelling. The other second one is a connection, caring for the garden, recycling project. Third one is a well-being, for example, morning yoga, relaxation session. And fourth one is a learning like building towers, sorting shapes, and the last one is a communication, like a singing, sharing stories, group discussion. So now just give me a minute. My God. Okay. So now we discuss about inclusive and culturally responsive practices. Diversity and inclusion, curriculum adapt to children individual needs and learning style, use of sensory tools, visual and bilingual materials. We also discuss about Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander perspective. Begin each day with acknowledgement of a country, integrated dream time stories and nature-based learning, and family and community partnership also is very important. Invite families to share cultural experience and display multilingual labels and families photos in the classroom. Now we discuss about health, safety, and well-being. So in a daily routine, hand washing before meals and after play, safe food handling, and allergy awareness is also very important. I also include physical health, outdoor activities that develop balance, coordination, and strength, rest period for relaxation and recovery, and about a safety protocol. So clear evacuation plan displayed near exits, first aid kit and emergency contacts easily accessible, and also educators trained in the first aid and the child protection. In these slides, we discuss about reflection and continuous improvement. So, one of the aspect of my teaching practice is a reflection. At the end of the every week, I analyze what was good and what I could have done better in this program. I write this thought down in a journal and also share with my colleagues. I also listen to the voice of a children by inquiring them of what was good or what they want to do next. Families are also welcome to give their ideas. Such constant reflection will enable me to adjust program to the need of entire learner population and keep improving my practice. So I also give some references here. That's all. Thank you.